There is a moment in everyone's life when the answer is already clear, but the decision is still delayed. You know what to do, you feel it in your gut, you reply it in your mind again and again. Yet days turn into weeks, weeks turn into years, and one day you look back and realize the cost of not deciding was greater than any risk you were afraid to take. This is not laziness. This is not lack of intelligence. This is not poor time management. This is fear based procrastination, one of the most silent, powerful psychological forces shaping human lives. Today, we will explore why we delay the most important decisions in life, what psychology reveals about this behavior, and how fear quietly controls our choices without us even realizing it. What is fear based procrastination? Fear based procrastination is not about avoiding work, it is about avoiding emotional discomfort. Psychologically, procrastination is a coping mechanism. The brain delays action not because it cannot act, but because acting activates fear responses. Important life decisions, career changes, relationships, marriage, and business or self expression all carry emotional risk. And the human brain is wired for survival, not growth. So, when a decision threatens our identity, our sense of safety, or our social belonging, the brain activates avoidance, not consciously, automatically. Why important decisions trigger more fear than small ones? We don't delay what doesn't matter. You don't overthink what to eat for lunch for weeks. But you might overthink changing careers, leaving a relationship, starting something meaningful, or choosing yourself. Why? Because important decisions threatens our self-image. They ask questions like what if I fail? What if I regret it? What if I'm not enough? And what if people judge me? Small decisions don't challenge identity. Big decisions do. And the brain treats identity threats the same way it treats physical danger. The brain's role. Why fear wins over logic? Neuroscience shows us something uncomfortable. The emotional brain reacts faster than the rational brain. The amygdala, your fear center, can hijack decision making before logic even enters the conversation. This creates a loop. Fear triggers discomfort. Discomfort triggers avoidance. Avoidance feels like relief. And relief reinforces procrastination. So the brain learns delaying feels safer than deciding. And slowly, delay becomes a habit. The illusion of waiting for the right time. One of the most dangerous lies we tell ourselves is I'm not avoiding that decision. I'm just waiting for the right time. Psychologically, this is called rationalized avoidance. The truth is, the right time rarely arrives. Clarity often comes after action, not before. And confidence is built through movement, not thinking. Waiting feels responsible, but often it's just fear, wearing a professional mask. Fear of failure, the loudest voice. Fear of failure is not about losing, it's about losing self respect, confirming negative beliefs, and proving our inner critic right. Many people don't fear failing externally. They fear failing internally. They fear hearing, I knew I wasn't good enough. So They delay decisions to protect their self esteem because as long as you haven't decided, you haven't failed. Fear of success, the silent one. Ironically, many people delay decisions not because they fear failure, but because they fear success. Success changes relationships, expectations, relationships, and identity. Growth requires becoming someone new, and the brain prefers familiar pain over unfamiliar growth. So people delay opportunities, commitments, and visibility because staying where you are feels safer than becoming who you could be. Fear of judgment and social rejection. Humans are social beings. Our nervous system is wired to fear rejection because historically rejection meant danger. Important decisions often invite judgment. What will people say? What if they don't understand? What if I disappoint them? So instead of choosing ourselves, we choose social safety and we delay decisions to avoid confrontation, criticism, or misunderstanding. Overthinking as emotional protection. Overthinking is often praised as intelligence, but psychologically, overthinking is emotional buffering. It keeps you busy so you don't have to feel fear, uncertainty, and responsibility. Thinking feels productive, but it's often just avoidance with better vocabulary. Action requires courage, thinking requires control, and fear prefers control. The role of past experiences and trauma. Past failures, betrayals, or disappointments leave emotional memory. Even if the situation is different, the body remembers the pain. So, when a similar decision appears, the nervous system says, last time this hurt, don't move. This is why some people delay decisions longer than others. It's not weakness, it's unresolved emotional learning. Perfectionism. Fear disguised as standards. Perfectionism is not high standards. It is fear of being seen imperfect. Perfectionists delay decisions because they want certainty, they want guarantees, and they want zero risk. But life does not offer guarantees. So, perfection becomes a reason to stay stuck. The hidden cost of delaying decisions. The real danger is not making the wrong decision. The real danger is emotional stagnation, missed opportunities, quite regret, and loss of self trust. Every delayed decision sends a message to the subconscious I don't trust myself. And over time, that erodes confidence more than any failure ever could. Why action reduces fear, not the other way around? Most people wait for fear to disappear before acting. Psychology says the opposite. Fear reduces after action, not before. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is movement despite fear. Action teaches the brain I survived, and survival builds confidence. How to break fear based procrastination? You don't need motivation, you need emotional safety. Start by making smaller decisions faster, accepting imperfect outcomes, separating identity from results, and choosing progress over certainty. The goal is not to eliminate fear, but to stop letting it decide for you. The shift from avoidance to ownership. At some point, maturity begins with one realization. No decision is also a decision. When you delay choosing, you choose comfort over growth, safety over truth, and familiarity over fulfillment, and life quietly moves on. Moral of the story: you delay important decisions not because you are weak, but because you are human. Fear is natural, avoidance is understandable, but growth demands something uncomfortable. Ownership. Ownership of your choices. Ownership of your fear. Ownership of your life. So, here is the question you must ask yourself today. What decision have I already made in my heart but keep delaying in my mind? Because clarity is not found in waiting, it is found in moving. If this message resonated with you, reflect on it deeply. Share it with someone who feels stuck. And remember, the life you want is often one brave decisions away. So, for more videos, hit subscribe button YouTube Trade Sense channel. Thank you.